Welcome to the CNC Connection, an all-in-one podcast that touches upon a variety of topics ranging from sports to TV shows. Here are your hosts, the 9 experts on everything, Colin and Corey. Welcome to the CNC Connection. It's Colin and Corey. We're talking some NBA basketball, primarily the Celtics in their summer offseason. Here we go.
They had a big trade for Courtney Lee.
I heard about that. I didn't actually see the trade though. I keep forgetting to look that up because I keep seeing people talk about Courtney Lee. What was the trade?
It was okay. So they traded away Jawan Johnson.
No, not Jawan.
Etwan Moore.
Oh God, not Etwan.
And like a second-round pick for Courtney Lee.
I'd say we win that trade.
Yeah, it's a big win.
I'll admit it. I do like Jawan. I saw him as like a Kevin Garnett that couldn't really play defense. He had a good jump shot.
I don't know.
I don't know how promise he had. But I'll take Courtney Lee.
From the looks of it, too, Solinger's having a good summer. So
yep.
I don't think he was gonna be all that good, or all that much playing time. And I just think he was too skinny, and I don't know. I didn't like him that much. He had some potential, but like even in college, I had no idea who he was. So.
We had a whole chant for him though.
Yeah, I know.
When I say Ja, you say wow, Ja.
Wow.
But yeah, obviously, I'm not sad to see him go. I do think he had some potential. Who knows? Definitely not Etwan Moore though. That guy's a fucking scrub.
And they also traded Sean Williams too.
Yep. That's I don't really care about. Sean Williams didn't play ever. I don't think he played once for the Celtics.
I don't remember Sean Williams playing. I know you watch more of the regular season than I do.
If he did, it was towards the end of the season, and I don't really watch as much towards the end of the season. I'm pretty sure they picked him up just in case for the playoffs. But he definitely didn't have large minutes. I know that for sure. But
I think they got rid of Sasha Pavlovich too, so you'd be happy about that.
Thank God, he's my least favorite Celtic. Yep, he's gone.
I didn't even know this, but Deontay Christmas is on the Celtics. You remember him?
Yeah, he played on Temple.
Temple? Yeah, I didn't know that, but
he's on the Celtics?
Yeah.
When did they get him?
I have no idea, but I was looking at like summer league highlights and stuff, and I hear Christmas. I'm like, is that Deontay Christmas? He was so good at Temple.
Yeah, he was a A10 Player of the Year. Him and Gary Forbes were battling, and Gary Forbes, I think, is still on the Raptors. For all those UMass fans out there.
If Christmas could make the roster, that'd be pretty sweet. I don't know where he would play, but Chris Josephs I like a lot too. So
yeah,
I like their young guys now. They got rid of like Etwan Moore and Jawan Johnson. I didn't like Jawan, but I didn't like Etwan.
No, yeah. I do. I like Deontay Christmas. I just don't. I feel like he's not gonna make the summer team.
He's on the summer team now.
You know what I mean. He's not gonna make the cut.
He. I guess I'm looking at something now that he might get a camp invite. So it's potential there, but we'll see.
I'm excited. I always wondered what happened to him. I'm pretty sure he played in some D League. And you see, the D League is actually kind of making a rise now. You actually see players come out of it, and it's not like what it was before when it was just a death sentence to go there, and you'd rather just go to Europe.
Some news I didn't know if you heard yet is they lost Greg Steamsma.
I did hear that. Do you know where he went?
To the T-Wolves.
I don't know why that seems so fitting.
I don't know. He's not bad, but I'm not terribly saddened by his leaving.
No,
he was
he had no offense. No offensive game whatsoever. I'm not. He was. It was funny. It was just like he did what he did his job. Basically, is what I want to say. It wasn't exciting to watch, but he did his job, and I'm always on board for a good role player.
I kind of like the way the Celtics are shaping up this year.
I really do too. And you know what's kind of funny is this trend Danny Ainge has started in the past year is getting these fucking people from the Magic who just destroyed us in that series. I think it was 2009 when we lost to the Magic in Game 7 of Round 2.
So they got Courtney Lee.
Yep.
Who else?
Well, there was Brandon Bass. And
and then Petrus.
Yeah, Michael Petrus.
Gotcha.
Courtney Lee in general was just
he was good.
He just like didn't miss that. I'm pretty sure if you look it up, he may have shot 100% that series. He was just like that's why he became like I think that's when he went to Houston.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, after that season and
yeah, because he had a great playoffs.
He's a good player. I mean, I haven't seen him play a lot since that series, to be honest.
Yeah. I've been following him off and on. I mean, he hasn't been huge, but he's been a good role player. I think he's averaging like 17 points or something like that a game. Granted, it's on the Rockets, and there's not too many scorers on there. Mm-hmm. But I think he'll fit in perfectly with the Celtics. They need, with the loss of Ray, they need some outside shooting, and I think that's something that Courtney can provide.
And replacing Ray with Jason Terry and
Jason Terry's an upgrade, I think.
I think so too because he's used to playing off the bench, and you want Avery Bradley in the starting lineup,
right?
And he has a little more versatility.
Yeah, he can play defense.
He's not. I mean, I don't know how good he is on defense, but I know
better than Ray.
I know he can beat people off the dribble more than Ray could. Not that Ray wasn't too bad, but he was hurt last year, and that was tough to watch.
I mean, I love Ray. Don't get me wrong; he was a knockdown shooter. But at the same, I think Bill Simmons made a good point with this. Is that I think Rondo's game was being hindered because of it, because he had to slow down the offense while he's coming off picks and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And I think that's what Rondo was.
Yeah.
Kind of. They didn't really like each other that much. I don't know if you know this guy either. The Celtics signed Jason Collins from the Hawks. He's a center.
Yeah, he played for them, right? In the playoffs, I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah,
he was decent. I mean,
he's just he's 7 feet tall, so it's not bad.
7 foot centers are kind of fading out though at the same time.
Very true. Very true.
What was I gonna say?
I feel like the only question mark is if Kevin Garnett can stay healthy, because otherwise, I mean, their team is a lot better than last year.
Yeah, and with the acquisition of Jeff Green, I mean, I'm interested to see how Jeff Green he's gonna come off the bench, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I think he started for the Thunder too.
Yeah, he did.
It's gonna be interesting to see this team. I think they're looking at the long term. I think they're looking for Jeff Green to replace Paul Pierce in a long run. Because Pierce is getting up there. I don't know, but
I think there's a chance for Chris Josephs to do it too. I mean,
really,
I like him, but I don't know if he's gonna replace Pierce as Pierce. I don't think anyone can. That's like a top guy, but I mean, I don't think they really need to replace Pierce quite yet. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I'm more concerned about Avery Bradley.
Yeah, me too, because he's been hurt a couple times now.
Yeah, his shoulders are hurting, and I think he hurt his ankle in the regular season too. And you don't want to see a younger guy have injury problems, especially a second-year player. And then I feel like they're almost putting all their eggs into this basket, but at the same time, they got Jason Terry, Courtney Lee, so there's a lot of backups there.
Yeah, and I mean, Jeff Green could play probably shooting guard if they had to.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that. Could. He's a tall fucking shooting guard. He's 6'9", but we've seen it before.
He might end up playing power forward as well. So who knows?
Yeah, he's one of those versatile players. He's like a Kevin Durant. He can play 3 positions.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but
no, I'm just saying he's not good as Kevin Durant, but he's that kind of player where he can play multiple positions.
Yeah, it's not like it's terrible having him. I mean, he's a wing player. That's
what he is. He's a jump shooter. Yeah. Are you sure Greg Steeman's gone?
I'm positive. Yeah.
I'm looking at the roster. He says he's still on the team. Do you think they're going to re-sign Bass and Petrus?
They did. They re-signed Bass.
Oh, that's right. I mean Petrus.
No.
I don't think he's coming back. He had such a terrible playoffs.
Yep.
Except for those that fourth quarter he had against the Heat, where he just pretty much won the game. But other than that, I think they're taking Chris Wilcox back too, which
I think so too.
Kind of hesitant about. I mean, he did play for the Sonics. He played for the Sonics. That's all I knew about him when he came into the league. I remember seeing him at a game when I went to the Celtics Sonics game. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Wow, you saw the Chris Wilcox?
I saw Chris Wilcox live.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yep. Back when the Celtics were putting out an all-star lineup of Allen Ray and not even I can't even remember who was on that roster that year.
You're cutting out a little bit on me.
Yeah. It was just
that's better.
It was just a bad roster when I saw them play. It was when they were on their losing streak.
Gotcha.
But yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really I've been following the NBA a lot recently. I'm really excited for the upcoming season because I think people talk about the 2010 offseason when LeBron went to the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone was building up that offseason. I think this is the better offseason. A lot has happened.
I mean, a lot has happened, but there's still Dwight Howard's the only thing that matters.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know when that's going to happen
hasn't even
either.
happened yet.
What?
That hasn't even happened, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's supposed to be the biggest thing. I mean, a lot has happened is what I'm saying. I mean, Jeremy Lin's going to the Rockets, Ray to the Heat. You know, we got Jason Terry. I mean, there's been a lot of and just Joe Johnson to the Nets in general. I mean,
yeah, they made them. They kind of gambled and they made themselves a contender. So
yeah, they're going to be the East is going to be competitive.
Mm-hmm. I think the Heat are probably the best team right now, and it'll be interesting to see how good Derrick Rose is when he comes back.
I heard he might not even come back till he's not going to be back till December or January.
Right, yeah. So he's got a while, but that might not be too bad.
And they kind of blew up their team, didn't they?
What's that?
The Bulls kind of blew up their team.
They lost a lot of guys. I know they lost. Who's that shooter they have? The big white guy who starts with a K, last name.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget.
I want to say Steve Kerr, but that's just
a decade off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I was never sold on the Bulls, anyways. I didn't think they were going to even come close to beating the Heat, and I think the Celtics were going to beat them too.
Mm-hmm.
They never.
It's tough. I mean, I like the Celtics the way they played against the Heat, and I feel like the Heat kind of got a little lucky in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they beat the Thunder, so they kind of pulled it all together, but they could have easily been eliminated before that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, even if the Pacers gave them a really tough time at first.
Yeah, and the Pacers are not that good.
No. But, yeah, I'm really excited for the season. I really don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to do a NFL episode.
Yeah, we should do. Should we do a fantasy one too, or should we just do a?
Nah, not a fantasy one.
No fantasy.
I don't even have a league this year, so I can't follow it. It's just a mess. I'm a mess right now.
You'll get one though, right?
I don't know. It's not looking good.
Yeah, we'll get you in one.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll talk some NFL maybe later this week.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right, it's a date. Thank you for watching the CNC Connection.
Or listening.
Or listening. Probably listening. Yeah. But if you have any questions, we already stated this before. It's the thccconnection@gmail.com, or ask us some questions at ccconnection or thccconnection at Twitter. Thanks for listening, guys. This is CNC Connection signing off.